All right, we first started this thing. Our vision, fast and physical. We know physical will come with the pads. We understand that. But I like where we're at as far as fast. And I like how we're getting there, this demonstrating the physicality of what you're going to play with. Okay? But where we're at, we first started. One play at a time mentality. Do we have that yet? Getting there, right? We're getting there. Okay? Understand the importance of that play, though. This is going to be huge for us. And I keep saying it, and I know we can't do anything until training camp, but we need to stop the run. It's not old school, it's a fact. If you can knock out a run game as a defense and make a team one-dimensional, because they want to throw it all over the yard anyway, but we can't give them both, okay? In any situation. Short yardage, you're going to see how tough your team is? Look at your short yardage stats. Okay? You shut them back and knock them back in short yardage, you knock them back down the goal line, that shows you how tough your team is. All right. Attack and affect the quarterback. Think we've been doing that? They don't even know how much it's happening right now, right? Because there's not going to be any sacks called. This week is going to be a game plan week. All right? Not exactly like a game plan week, but it's going to be close to it.
In the NFL, spring is synonymous with the offseason, when teams lay the foundation for training camp by implementing schemes and building relationships between players and coaches. For the Giants, that process starts with their two new coordinators, Wink Martindale and Mike Kafka. The period between winter and summer is the ideal forum for a little competition and experimentation.
Here we go, baby. Hey, let's go, let's go.
Defense on this side with me.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
All right, here we go. Well, you guys are going to be aggressive.
Yeah, you're throwing everything out, yeah.
So I'm going to be aggressive.
Let's go, let's snap it, baby, let's snap it.
Keep your mind right.
First, get out.
Hand level down.
Eyes up here, eyes up, sell the go.
Make sure he's set.
Hit it.
All right, good job.
On the ball.
If you take it, you better make it. Damn, that's the best I've seen him do now. All right, they're going to clock it. All
right, huddle.
Do it again. Repeat.
Same look, Tone, same look.
Be loud. Get on down there, X.
Oh, jeez. Really, X?
Lots got to see that faster.
You got to hurry up. You got 10 seconds.
Count to three, L.
5, 4, 3.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Fullback leads you. That's you right there.
Catch, tight turn.
If he goes out, just let him go.
Don't bow it all the way out. You lost yards. That's some good 2-6.
Complimentary football.
Yeah.
We all got to be playing well to make it all click.
Oh!
No!
Oh! Break it down. Right. Good decision. That's a touchdown.
Come on.
Eyes up. Come on. Make me feel it.
Great eyes. Oh, he's moving.
Tutty.
Yeah. Everybody look over there. Skyline. All right? We're in the greatest city in the world. Let's go be the greatest team in the world. All right.
Hell yeah, Wink.
Giants on 3. 1, 2, 3. Giants!
With lines like that, it's no surprise how Martindale received his nickname. It doesn't hurt for a defensive coordinator to be witty, and thinking on your feet is a must.
Oh, I'm coaching my ass off today.
The same could be said for those in the entertainment business.
Well, there's a game show host, Wink Martindale, originally, tic-tac-toe. One of my college teammates, when I was a freshman at Defiance College, I had Martindale on a bag, and he called me Wink, and it's stuck since 1981.
What also stuck is his passion for the gridiron. Wink not only learned the game as a player at Defiance College, but also jump-started his lengthy coaching career as a member of the Yellow Jackets program.
I had a lot of people there that cared about me. After I got done playing, I was going to get into the family business. The defensive coordinator at the time becomes the head coach. He says, come back, get your education. You can coach. I know you want to coach, because at that time, I just wanted to be a high school teacher and coach. I've always played defense, and I've always liked that side of the ball.
It's only appropriate that a man who is a product of Defiance wouldn't take no for an answer en route to the next destination on his journey. Martindale remained in the Midwest, but made quite the jump thanks to connecting with one of the notable families of football.
I wouldn't be anywhere without Skip Holtz. I've always wanted to, work at Notre Dame and work at their football camp. So after getting turned down 2 times, the 3rd time I just went there and volunteered. And I just showed up and said, I'm here to work your camp. And he goes, I'm sorry, Coach, I don't have your name on the list. I said, I know I'm a volunteer. And he goes, no, I'll pay you. And that relationship grew. He was talking to Coach Holtz, Lou, about his staff. And I guess that's when Lou decided that he wanted me to come to Notre Dame, which I just love that.
After 2 seasons with the Fighting Irish, Wink returned to his native Ohio to join the Cincinnati Bearcats coaching staff, where he was colleagues with a future NFL head man who had quite the affinity for Martindale's personality.
Well, my first impressions of Wink as a coach or a person is a lot of fun. The first time I met him, he was telling stories about Lou Holtz and his playing career at Defiance College. But you could tell he's a good person, a great-hearted guy. We had a lot of fun coaching together. A strapping linebacker, just a fun guy to be around.
Establishing strong ties to another respectable football family tree has its advantages. An opportunity at Western Kentucky presented itself in 2000 thanks to Jack Harbaugh.
My dad needed a coach. I said, I got the guy for you. I got a guy, you want to talk to this guy. So Wink drove down to Bowling Green, Kentucky, had a conversation, and I didn't even know if my dad had money to pay for a coach at that time, the way the program was going, but they figured it out, and he and Laura went down there and spent a few years there, and Wink became the defensive coordinator, and they had one of the greatest runs ever. They were the lowest seed in the 1AA playoffs that year. Nobody expected them to do anything. They got in by the skin of their teeth, but they just had a great camaraderie. Wink is one of those guys, I think, and that builds camaraderie and builds a great culture, and my dad was like that too, and they had a great year and won a national championship.
2002 wouldn't be the last time Wink would get a taste of hardware. 2 years later, he made the jump to the NFL, serving as the Raiders linebackers coach for 5 seasons, before 2 campaigns with the Broncos, which set up a reunion with John Harbaugh in Baltimore in 2012, and another memorable feat.
Yeah, there's 2 things that stand out, the tradition and the people. I knew a lot of the people already there. It was a fun time because you go in that first year and you win a Super Bowl and you're coaching Ray Lewis. There's a lot of enjoyment in that.
And the Ravens have won it 34-31.
It was one of the most exhilarating things I've ever been involved with. I know I'm supposed to say when I got married, that was awesome, and my kids being born, that was awesome, but that Super Bowl was something that it was the greatest feeling in the world. It was so exhilarating to get there and finally win that last game.
That's the type of resume Martindale is now bringing to New York, as he looks to mix in his experience with a relatively young defensive unit and add to the rich archives Big Blue has produced on that side of the ball.
Well, I think that if you look back in the history of the Giants, one of the first things that stands out is their defense. Building from the ground up, the foundation of this thing is come with a certain amount of swag, if you will, some toughness. We're going to attack people. I'm not going to be one of those coordinators that sit there and just says 4-man rush coverage. There'll be times for that, of course. But we want to handle things on our terms, not theirs.
All right. That's a good-ass practice. Okay? I love our effort, guys. Study, study, study. Let's be better tomorrow. Come on, Adoree, let's go, bro.
Ready? Defense on me, defense on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Defense.
That was a strong camp, man. That was fun. Think about where we came from. Now we're here. Crazy. Football was always a passion for me. I had some opportunities to play baseball, play football. I think my love for football really showed up in high school. I had a couple opportunities for high academic schools across the country, and I thought Northwestern was just the best fit for me. It also happened to be, 40 minutes north of where I lived. And I went on a visit there, met the players, met all the coaches, and just felt like home. I felt comfortable, and I had a great experience and a lot of great friends there.
You combine him with the fact that Mike Kafka all of a sudden has become such an accurate passer and got a good passing game. Deep ball toward the corner, caught, touchdown! Beautiful play, and there is Mark Schausen. And for Mike Kafka, his 10th touchdown throw, and it was right on the money.
It was awesome. It's a privilege, anytime you're a quarterback or you're in a leadership position, try to take full advantage of it and represent myself, represent my family, and represent Northwestern the right way.
Kafka. Brewer
Touchdown!
Following a strong 2009 senior year in which he emerged as the Wildcat starter and led the Big Ten in passing yards, Kafka received an invite to the 2010 Scouting Combine, providing him yet another chance to impress the NFL community.
That was awesome. I mean, just one of those type of players that could be drafted. I was excited about it. It's been a goal of mine, and it's been a dream of mine for my whole life. You're trying to show off your best and interview the right way and do all the right things. And also, at the end of the day, in the back of your mind is like, all my tape's out there. Who I am as a player is on tape. A lot of the same coaches that now that I'm coaching with and have crossed paths with, I remember from the Combine. They interviewed me at the Combine. So it's been cool catching up with a lot of coaches and staff that have been there.
Further evidence it's a small world when it comes to the National Football League. But the waiting game during the draft can be overwhelming, and trying to figure out where he would land was quite the exercise.
I kind of knew it was going to be a late rounder, didn't like 4th, 5th, 6th, could have been somewhere in that area. And so I was just kind of watching. I was getting some phone calls throughout the front end of the draft, and so, excitement was building.
They have taken a quarterback. They've taken Mike Kafka, the quarterback that we talked about, the quarterback out of Northwestern, Mel.
The kid played really good football this past year at Northwestern. We watched him a lot. We talked about him on our college shows throughout the year.
And they couldn't have waited any longer either. This is exactly where Kafka is going to come off the board. They knew they had to take him now or they weren't going to get him.
They called, and it just, from there on, it's like you black out. Like, you don't know, it's just so chaotic, it's so crazy, you're excited, you're saying hi to everybody, then you want to go and celebrate with your family, and that was fun. That's a cool experience, one of those experiences you just never forget.
Yeah, well, he was valuable. He's a smart guy and a good athlete and a good person. So I felt that was a good combination coming out of college and introducing it to our quarterback room, and he had some real productive downs for us there too.
Playing in the NFL, being a young guy in Philadelphia and having a mentor in Mike Vick, Kevin Cobb, my first year, I thought that was super important for me just to see how it's done, and to get a guy like Mike who was, who had gone through some adversity, and then see where he was when I got there. Like, he was a completely different person, and I thought that was just like such a strong point of reference for me to see like the growth, the professionalism, how to be a pro. And those guys were great examples for me when I got into the league.
After learning the ropes and spending 2 seasons in Philly, Kafka explored the league as he spent time on 6 off-season and active rosters, as well as practice squads between 2013 and 2015, exposing him to various elements of the game and sparking a potential interest in extending his career on the sidelines by teaching the next generation of players.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do. That I want to go like the entrepreneurial route, that I want to go the coaching route, and I was reaching out to Coach Fitz just to see just kind of get an opinion on what he should do. And he's like, hey, we got a GA spot open. You got to apply. You got to get into school. But if you get in and do all those things, it's yours. And so got in. So I talked to my wife, and we were just having a child. So there was a little bit of there were some decisions to make. I decided to take the jump, go try it out, see if I liked it, and really within the first 2 weeks, I called my wife. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do.
It's fair to say Kafka's career has come full circle. One season at his alma mater prepared him to make the jump to the NFL once again and reunite with the man that drafted him in the city of brotherly love as an offensive quality control coach in 2017.
So I called him and just asked him if he was serious about this or was he going back to get his doctorate or master's, but that's what he wanted to do. And so it was a no-brainer. He had a good foundation there and then really worked hard with us.
Kafka's role on the Chiefs staff enabled him to help develop Patrick Mahomes into one of the top quarterbacks in the league over the last 4 seasons, highlighted by an MVP award in 2018 and a Super Bowl title the following year.
He was a big help to Pat. He kept Pat after practice and they'd work things, and Pat had kind of his own little private tutor there, and Mike, again, really helped raise him up and raise his game up.
Now Kafka will look to do the same with Daniel Jones and the rest of the Giants offense in his first season as a coordinator, a task he's energized to tackle.
I'm very excited. Very excited. I think the amount of work these guys have put in, the staff has put in a ton of work. I mean, we're working really strong hours in the off season. Coaches, players, they're working their butts off in the weight room, And, we're all right now trying to work together and get this thing going in the right direction. We have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot to improve on and get better at. But I'm really excited for the start of the season. We just keep on taking it a day at a time.
First of all, I want to thank you guys just for your effort and energy this spring, right? And we all know, Dave's got it all around the building, right? Be a pro, right? Pros do it every single day. They do it every day, right? Amateurs do it when they feel like it, but we're not amateurs in this room, right? You got to put in the work every single day. You got to make an investment every single day because we're all working towards the goal. And our goal in here is for every one of you guys to make a football team. And everybody can't make this team. We all know that, right? But we want everybody to have jobs in this room. And our jobs as coaches is to make sure that we make sure when y'all leave this building, y'all are better because you were in the building.
That's a message Thomas McGaughey has been preaching during his 2 tenures with Big Blue, going back to 2007 when he served as assistant special teams coordinator and helped the Giants win Super Bowl 42. While change has been a recent theme for the organization since McGaughey returned in 2018, special teams has remained consistent thanks to a familiar face, one who has proven to be able to adapt regardless of the circumstances. Molding his players based on specific criteria helps accomplish that goal.
Most importantly, the first thing as a special teams unit, you got to be smart. You got to be smart and you got to be tough. And if you have those two things, you're coachable, execute the fundamentals and the schemes of the technique. If you can do those things, I think everything else will take care of itself. You want guys that can run, that are physical, and that love football. It's hard to play special teams and do it at a high level if you don't love it.
Punt return right here, punt return. Back tip, here we go. Vertical sack, get punch, get your punch, get depth. As they transition, we gotta keep our eyes down, right? Eyes go transition from high to low, and I gotta stay arm's length away, right? Keep our pad level down, running in transitions. There we go. Good, Justin, right? This is great work in tempo. We gotta make sure the fundamentals and the techniques are there. Shuffle your feet, stay low, step to contact, right? We'll step into contact and finish it. Slide your feet, shuffle, finish, next level. Keep working, good. Good hands, good. Don't let him stack you, Micah, right? Don't let him stack you, he'll stack you, you're in a bad position. I gotta stick my foot in the ground and work to the next level. I gotta be sprinting to the next level. All right, if it's ever a situation like that, you wanna just get every piece of him you can and keep him right in that spot, especially his little ass, right? Hey. Damn. It's a way to start the day off. It's a way to set the tone. Nice job.
I love offense and defense.
Nice job.
And it's good, but I just had a love for special teams. I really did. And it was just a passion of mine from being a long snapper. You get a chance to coach the whole game, the blocking, the tackling, the fundamentals, the techniques, to motivate, get guys to do something they don't want to do and make them love it. Just to be able to have that type of influence and to be able to impact men in a positive way and just show them that, it takes all three phases to play as one in order to get to where you want to be, not just offense or not just defense.
Buckets! Walk off. Great coaching.
Great job this spring. Let's make sure we finish the thing strong. Speed on 3. 1, 2, 3.